Hello, my name is Rene Barrientos, and today we're going to discuss new technologies and the impact they have on our workforce. New technology continues to push mankind to new heights. From smart computers to artificial intelligence, all of these new technologies are finding their way into the operations sector. Many operation managers are using technology to increase productivity and continuously improve their processes. Automation and computer-to-computer learning are making operations run smoother and can also be used to bring efficiency to our congested world of e-commerce shopping and delivery. One of the up-and-coming technologies is the use of autonomous vehicles, connected vehicles, and interconnected transportation management systems. The significance of this emerging technology, beside the fact that they will be autonomous, is that they will be able to communicate with each other and with the road and bridge infrastructure around them. This technology will assist operation managers in reducing cost by their ability to be more fuel efficient. They will also be reducing the CO2 footprint by implementing procedures like truck platooning. Truck platooning allows trucks to follow each other closely, thereby reducing air drag and improving fuel economy. This technology will also be able to reduce road congestion and increase traffic safety. From an operations standpoint, this technology will also help managers improve upon their delivery scheduling to ensure products are delivered on time. This can remove traffic uncertainty and other negative effects that managers may not have thought about. Even though this technology has great promise, there are also some drawbacks. Some of the industries and businesses that will be affected is the transportation management industry, as well as federal, state, and local government infrastructure construction workers. Many truck drivers can be left jobless due to the progression and utilization of this technology. Big rig truck manufacturers will have to change their production lines to include autonomous vehicle technology. And as this technology grows into the consumer market, many auto manufacturers will have to start implementing this technology in their production lines as well. This can be quite expensive, and the business managers and consumers will have to deal with this increased cost. Also, state and local governments will have to hire more construction workers to install the technology within new and existing infrastructure that is able to communicate to the autonomous vehicles. This again costs money and will be on the backs of the taxpayers. Now, some of the advantages and disadvantages are: we will be able to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the transportation industry accounts for 65% of CO2 greenhouse emissions in the world. We will be able to decrease road congestion. This is done through vehicle-to-vehicle communication. Most road congestion is caused by accidents and merging and exiting lanes. Utilizing this technology, vehicles can speak to each other and utilize the correct speeds and maneuverability to properly switch lanes that will reduce road congestion. V2V communication technology can increase the performance of vehicle safety systems and help save lives. There were an estimated 6.8 million police reported crashes in 2019, resulting in 36,096 fatalities and an estimated 2.7 million people injured. Connected vehicle technologies will provide drivers with the tools they need to anticipate potential crashes and significantly reduce the number of lives lost each year. Vehicle to infrastructure communication will ensure safe speeds are maintained as the roads are navigated. Turning speeds, curved road speeds will be able to be controlled, thereby reducing the risk of vehicle collisions. Stevenson says among the expected benefits are reducing traffic congestion due to their ability to operate closely to other vehicles safely, reducing the number of accidents and injuries, and providing transportation for those who are unable to drive. More jobs will be created. Even though the truck driver sector will feel the brunt of this technology, new and or existing jobs will be created to support the implementation of this technology. The vehicle-to-vehicle and vehicle-to-infrastructure communication is possible through the use of cameras, sensors, and radars. These industries will have to increase their labor force to sustain the utilization of this new technology. Some of the disadvantages are: truck drivers will lose jobs. Stevenson also says that there is a very likely possibility that self-driving trucks or other vehicles will be used to make deliveries without the need of a driver. People may feel that their freedoms are being infringed upon. If the technology experiences a glitch, there can be catastrophic results. Some of the drawbacks are the cost of the traffic simulators, and their inability of their source codes to be changed and or customized. Bento says the main disadvantage are the poor computing efficiency and simple V2I, V2V communication model, and these simulators have several disadvantages, namely the price and the copyright nature, and primarily due to the impossibility to make changes in their source code. Protection from hackers needs to be developed, and this can also be another human hurdle that needs to be addressed before people feel safe utilizing this technology. New traffic laws will have to be implemented, as well as insurance policies will need to be amended and or changed. The important question of who is responsible for the technology causing a collision or road shutdown will need to be answered. Operation managers may feel the need to maintain legacy vehicles just in case the system fails at some point. This can lead to waste, both on a resource and labor side, because businesses will have to pay for the vehicles and labor to maintain them, even though that they're not using them. Some of the implications incorporate the ability for operation managers to be able to include vehicle-to-vehicle data in their scheduling. They may even decide to change delivery schedules to the evenings when less people are on the road. This can lead to an even more efficiency both from a fuel economy savings and time savings. This will ensure deliveries are made on time and with quality assurance. Operation managers will be able to coordinate intermodal deliveries more effectively. Through the use of the Integrated Corridor Management System, or ICM, operation managers will be able to increase scheduling accuracy across several modes of transportation, which can increase their delivery time. The autonomous vehicle connection to a cloud-based transportation management system will afford operation managers with the ability to be interconnected to various traffic data. And an ICM system focuses on improving the transportation network by encouraging the efficient movement of people and goods through institutional collaboration and proactive communication and integration of operations along major corridors to include interstates, arterials, and transit services. The data, it will relay messages regarding traffic patterns, dynamic shoulder use, predictive traveler information, adaptive ramp metering, and dynamic parking reservation systems. This technology can increase the probability of turning our cities into smart cities. So as this technology is implemented, we need to be able to prepare for change. Operation managers in the transportation field should be looking to capitalize on this technology and find ways to incorporate truck drivers in their plans. This will show an investment in continuous process improvement and in people. Philippians 2:4 says, "Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others." And keeping the truck drivers in this will show that they have an investment in people as well. Investing in this change and getting ahead of the power curve will make the transition much smoother. That way the company does not miss a beat while others are rushing to change their processes to incorporate this type of technology. Operation managers can start to set profits aside to pay for this transition. Doing so will reduce the actual hit to profits that others will have to face if they wait to the last minute to implement this technology. Operation managers can help their employer change by presenting this technology to their employer. Knowledge is power, and getting ahead of this technology can make current employers become an expert in the field. This can open up other opportunities for consultation and or partnership with other companies. The companies who embrace the change first will obviously become experts faster than others, and that will be attractive to new companies who want to start incorporating this new technology. Another way to prepare employers is for operation managers to start developing plans on what the transition will look like. Manpower and resources will need to be addressed, and of course how the company will plan to expand and pay for these added resources. We can also put employers in contact with these autonomous vehicle companies and set up potential meetings and visits to the factories. This will give employers a better understanding of the technology and a more knowledge on how to implement and make decisions on when and how to transition to this type of technology. Throughout this course, my personal understanding and perspective has really been challenged. I never knew that there were so many mathematical techniques and charts and data that operations managers utilized and looked at in order to improve their processes. I didn't realize the second, third, fourth order of effects each decision that leadership makes and that those decisions have on the success and failures of a company. I'm excited about implementing some of these techniques learned in this course to better support the warfighter. At my level of leadership in the military, I have somewhat of a voice to inspire change in how the Marine Corps supplies the warfighter. The Marine Corps has a warfighting lab who is solely responsible for implementing changes and new ideas on how to become more lethal as a force. Using some of these techniques can help us do just that. Many of our processes are archaic and analog, and some of that is done by design. But I think that we need to utilize CPI in so many functional areas, and this class has definitely opened my mind to these techniques and the capabilities that they bring. Now, the last thing to look at is a biblical worldview implication. We obviously need to find a way to still incorporate our truck drivers into a consultant role. They can be utilized in the designing and practical implementation of the V2I communication because of their vast experience on the road. The V2I capability will be able to ensure speed compliance, curve speed compliance, work zone speed compliance, red light violation warnings, and oversized and heavy truck vehicle compliance, as well as facilitate emergency communication and evacuation information. The truck drivers will be able to assist with the Heavy Vehicle Electronic Licensing Plate Program, or HELP. The HELP was enacted in 1984 to conduct research on commercial vehicle weigh-in motion and automated vehicle identification technologies. Truck drivers understand the difficulties and frustrations with waiting in line to be weighed and can provide expertise advice to help the HELP as it communicates with the vehicles. People want to feel safe in this world, and a lot of that is based on their perception of control. When people feel that they're not in control, it can cause uncertainty and anxiety. It will take time for people to begin to trust the use of autonomous vehicles on the road. Their lives are essentially in the hands of these machines and their ability to properly communicate with each other to ensure their safety. And also, many people may still want to drive themselves. There may be laws enacted that might restrict that. And this, for many, will be a non-starter and reason to push back on this type of technology. Other effects can include the ramifications that this technology can have on our society. Some of the questions people will want answered are, will the computers decide where they will take people depending on the road conditions and cloud-based communications? How will we protect ourselves from a shutdown or a system failure? How will it perform during natural disasters? Will it be able to withstand the elements and higher volumes of traffic? These are all things that we need to look at in regards to a biblical and secular worldview implication. So, today we have discussed the significance of V2V and V2I technology, the industries that will be affected most by these technology, as well as the advantages and disadvantages, the implications this new technology will have, and how we can prepare for the change, and how can operation managers help their employer change. We also discussed my personal understanding and perspective of operation management and the biblical and secular worldviews. The next slide lists all the references to the material that we have discussed thus far. Thank you very much.